Here is our agenda today. Number one, everything you'll need to know about deposits and payments. We're going to talk about the cancellation policy. Number three, everything you need to know about stateroom choices and what questions can we answer. And if we can't answer, we're going to make believe we can't hear you. It's like, I'm sorry, hello? You're not coming through.
I'll have the answer.
All right, let's get right into it. Everything you need to know about deposits and payments. Dun, 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 dun. Here we go. The first deposit, which is $400 per person, exactly the same as what Ama Waterways collects, just so you know, is due this Friday through Saturday, October 23 and 24. Okay? Number two, yay! Fully refundable through April 18th, 2016. I know that's a big question for everybody. So this is really, we want this to be entirely stress-free, and we're trying to emulate the Ama Waterways policies as close as possible. It's not exact, but to be as user-friendly, convenient, and low-risk as possible. But we're going to go into cancellations in just a moment. And wait, we've had somebody just join us. I just want to be able to... Oh, Rosie's here.
Hi.
Hi, Rosie. Welcome. We just started. So you're in perfect timing. So what we're going to do is on tomorrow, I'm going to send everybody some information which will recap what we're talking about tonight. So if you can't write it down fast enough,
don't worry about it. Don't worry about writing it down. We'll send you the information in an email.
Like a PDF or whatever.
It will all be there.
And also the link, because you can. Well, we'll get into that. You can pay by credit card or check. But at the time when you make your deposit, which will be Friday or Saturday, also just by return email, tell us what your stateroom choices are. It would be helpful to give us your top 3 choices in case we can't get the first one, because but we'll get to that in a minute.
The faster you get it in, it comes first. It's first come, first serve. So yeah.
Yep. And again, you'll receive an email confirmation, stuff you can print out and save the whole way. The second deposit, right? So this is again just another payment towards the balance. Is $400 per person, which is due April 18th, which is exactly 1 year prior. So basically, at the 1 year prior mark, okay, if you were to cancel before then, you get the $400 per person back. If you're going, hopefully, and there's no need, God forbid, to cancel, then it's just an additional $400 per person because
at that time,
right? Because then we've got to get the air going. There's all kinds of stuff going on, so we just try to make
need an extra deposit
the
at that
dates
point
work. And then the final balance or the final payment is due November 18th, 2016.
And that's 5 months before cruise.
Yep.
5 months.
Quick review, and remember, we're going to put this in writing to you, so in case you can't write fast enough, no problem. October 23, 24, first deposit $400, second deposit $400 per person, April 18th, and then November 18th is the final balance. Okay, let's move on. Oh, look at that!
How'd that get there?
How'd that get there? Did you put that there?
I didn't.
Oh, I did. Okay. Let's talk about cancellation policy, which I know is important, just in case, God forbid, something should happen, or I don't know, somebody in the family is getting married on the exact same date you're going on the river cruise. Pete, you better talk to the girls.
Yes,
can't happen.
Nothing can happen during this time.
Okay, cancellations. Again, a 100% refundable through April 18th, 2016. Now, there's a chart here. Don't freak out. I'm going to walk you through it because it will make sense. And again, you're going to have this in writing.
You don't need to write it down. We will send it to you.
Right. So here's how it works. Between April 19th and August 18th, so there's a 4-month period, there's a $200 per person charge or a cancellation charge, right? So basically, you will have already paid $800 per person, and we have to hold back $200. That's the cancellation fee. Therefore, you'll get $600 per person back. Okay, and you can see it goes on a scale here. The dates are very clearly outlined, made it very simple, so it's always on the 18th or 19th of the month. So the next level is August 19th through November, which is $400 per person charge, but you'll still get a $200 per person refund. And then because the final payment is due that November, then it changes. And again, this is where it starts to get, we try to keep it as much in sync with the AMA
It's very
policy.
similar to the AMA cancellation.
Similar, not exactly the same, but we're trying to be, like I said, stress-free. But also, let me just make sure you guys know that this is, I've already bought the staterooms. It's done. I bought it. So you're paying me. I've already laid out the cash. And then what we do is we submit a manifest of everybody and your stateroom choices. We take care of everything. That's the way a charter works. That's why the rates are as great as they are, because I've already bought them up front at a charter rate. So those are the details. It'll be put in writing to you. Call if you have any questions or whatnot. Happy to answer. I just want to check, see if anybody asked any questions. No. Just so you know, at the end.
We'll have questions at the end.
Right. Rosie, you joined us late. At the end, we're here for as long as you want us to be here. If you're able to type in questions, or if you're brave, you could put your microphone on and you can ask the question. But that's up to you. Okay. Next chapter, everything you need to know about stateroom choices. Okay. Now, this is the AmaKristina deck plan. It's different from what we showed you last week.
Slightly.
What? Slightly. It won't matter at all, but that's because we've since learned that they're building AmaKristina. They're designing her more similar to the AmaStella and the AmaViola. Okay? So basically, don't worry, because the categories are the same, the location of the staterooms are the same. If you remember last time, the BB, they were sort of on both sides of AB. That's it. That's really the only difference.
Right.
But if you go to our website, I have already uploaded everything on the website, so you can see it. So there's your BA and your AA on the violin deck, and there's your BB and your AB on the cello deck. Everybody, don't worry if you've already picked out the staterooms you want. It's going to be the same. Potentially, if you picked out a BB, it could be on. It might be a slight different location. So you just want to check it out, and it's already on the website. I will send you a copy via email tomorrow. This is already on the website too. Just a quick review. The AA and the AB, those are the larger staterooms, right? 235 square feet. BA and BB, 210. So everyone's saying, okay, well, what could the difference be? It's 25 square foot difference. And it's hard to, that's a fact, but how does it change the experience? Let me just point out something too. If you come down here, if you look down in the bottom right corner of your screen, as an example, the BA and the BB, this again slightly smaller. You can see here, just as an example, there's a table and one chair. But if you come over here to the AA and the AB, there's two chairs and a little table.
So it's a little more comfortable sitting area inside your room,
right,
overlooking the French balcony. You can both sit as opposed to just one.
It's up to you.
It makes a difference if you enjoy that kind of space in your room.
Right. It's what you value, and if you need another chair to throw your clothes on.
Which is usually what you end up doing.
Exactly. And again, this is a good view down here of what those twin, and Ama is unique in this because it's a twin balcony. Remember, that's an outside balcony. That's outside. You can sit outside, and that's an inside balcony. They call it. They call it a twin balcony because it's still floor-to-ceiling glass windows. Going to the next slide. And this is also on the website. It's also on the AMA website. You can always take a look. You can see how magnificent, how comfortable, how gorgeous. And if you've seen the videos that we've posted, you'll see I took a video of us inside the stateroom. Yeah. It's glorious. It's absolutely glorious. It's just wonderful and so comfortable. You guys already have the pricing here. This is what we're looking at. So the top two, right, the AA and the BA, okay, that's on the violin deck. Those bottom two, the AB and the BB, that's the cello deck. Okay, so Stuart, you're saying, now just as a review, why is the AA, of course, that's the highest price, because again, that's midship, and that's the larger stateroom. That's how cruise lines price out their staterooms. And then, if you notice the AB, one deck down, that's the next price point. Okay? That's because the AB, remember, is the larger stateroom. So you can have the 235-foot square larger stateroom on the violin deck or the cello deck, but it's slightly lower because you're one deck down. Remember,
Right.
the higher deck gets the premium.
And you get the difference between being on the lower deck and the higher deck, like why is it more up there, is because you're higher up and your view will be higher of the I mean, you both have a good view, but you'll be higher up and your view is just a little bit better.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's higher up.
Yeah, your vista is different.
Yeah, it's what you value. My first river cruise on the Amadante, I was on the cello deck, and it was lovely. It was perfect. I didn't know any different.
Great, but just so you
For
know
our honeymoon, we
that's
were one up. Yeah,
right. That's the difference.
Okay, moving along. Just checking if any questions. Let's see. Okay, Pete, you just asked what's the difference between AA and AB, and I think I just answered it.
The decks. Okay, never mind. Okay.
So, folks, remember, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in while we're talking. I promise we're going to get to them. All right, moving to the next slide. Again, the only fair way to do it is first come, first serve. But believe me, we want to satisfy everybody. So that's why we ask if you give us your top 3 choices, if we could talk on the phone, whatever you want. We want to make it easy so you get what you want. At the time of the deposit, that's when you'll indicate your top 3 choices. We will confirm it in writing. Okay. This wasn't on the agenda, but I thought we'd do a super quick review of what's included. Of course, everything AMA Waterways included. I'm not going to repeat that all here. For those of you who have river cruised before, especially on AMA, you know. There's the port tax included, onboard gratuities included. Round trip air is estimated at $1,300. We won't know until 11 months prior, folks. Could be lower, could be higher, but it's included. The 4-night pre-cruise package. Now, something real quick, because I know Pete, you had asked, when's the latest you can, if you're not sure about it, let us know. Everybody's on. If you want to shorten that pre, we can actually shorten it. You could do 1-night Zurich, 2-night Lucerne, for instance, okay? Because right now this is 2-night, 2-night. Or if you can't be away that long, or for whatever reason, you just want the cruise, you gotta let us know, and we could work it out.
We have to work it out.
And I'll tell you what the price point's going to be, and it's going to be superb and spectacular. Trust me. But we're nothing more than accommodating. Of course, airport transfers in Zurich and Amsterdam, assuming you take AMA Waterways Air, which we are going to, and we suggest you do too. It's your choice. Complimentary extras, personal VIP services from Kimberly and Sherry. There's going to be a bonus land excursion that will not duplicate what they were already doing. It's different at a different time. It'll be great. A bonus cruise excursion, and perhaps a surprise or 2 more. What's not included, quick review, the travel protection insurance. I got the rates. They're phenomenal. Before you go buy travel insurance, wait. We decided not to present it during this presentation because you don't need to buy that right now. You don't.
We'll let you know.
We'll let you know, but trust me on this. It's phenomenal. Yes, it's going to be real good, and it's something we really recommend for everybody because it's the most important peace of mind you could ever buy, and it's part of the package, part of the cost of this trip. Not included, but you have to look at it like that. Gratuities, lunch and dinner in Zurich and Lucerne, gratuities for the tour guides, optional shore tours, and of course items of a personal nature should you want to get a massage or have
coins for the toilet are not included.
For the toilet, we can't forget that. Okay, I told you this would be shorter because the Mets are playing tonight, and I don't want to keep Pete from the ball game. So it's really now time to answer your questions. So we're going to check the board here. Oh, we already have a room request.
Oh, and Brian's there now. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Brian. Welcome. So, we got Brian, Ariel, Annalise. So cool. All right, we
already have our first room request.
Yes, Mark and Joan. Mark and Joan have made their group. But again, do this by email. You can respond to our email about it. We'll send you that link for the deposit. We'll take care of you because that's the way it's going to be done. And because that's Mark and Joan, I don't know, because they have a nice janitor's closet that would be lovely, that you might enjoy very much. Comfortable, put a pillow in there, be very nice. All right, here we go. Now,
any questions? Questions.
Type away. Ask your questions.
Questions of a personal nature.
If Sheila and Arthur, if you're still awake, Zelda and Fred, Mom, Rosie, Pete, Mark and Joan, Elise. Mark and Joan? I know I always say Mark.
Mark and Joan.
What else you got? You got any questions for us? Because again, we'll give a countdown, and if there are no questions, we're done. And this is going to be recorded. This has been recorded. We're going to upload it. It'll be uploaded tomorrow morning. We will follow up with an email with a recap of all these details and an updated deck plan too, so you can pick your stateroom. That's the deal.
All right. Well, we
30,
look forward to hearing
seconds.
from you.
15 seconds.
15 seconds.
You don't want to give 15. You're done.
14, 13, 12.
Oh, at least we answered your question about when you need to get travel insurance. Okay.
Yeah, we'll take care of that. Don't worry.
I didn't want to confuse that now. I promise you we've got plenty of time for that, but that will sort of be next. So at least you know how much you can budget for it and when will be an appropriate time to buy it. And listen, one of the reasons why the price is so attractive is because it's a group. Because we
negotiate for more people, so the prices are obviously less than if you went out and just got it on your own.
Yep. And you can if you want. But it's important, really important. I feel that you have it, but please consider ours. I think you're going to like it a lot. So let's see. 10 seconds left. If there's no more questions, we're done. 5 seconds left. 3. That's it. Let's go, Mets. Let's go.
Mets.
Pizza's all good. Thanks. All right, everybody. Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye.